Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. Um, Today we are looking at Maggie Montgomery Races Through Time. This is a middle grade book by Marsh. And Marsh, actually, Maggie is a character that Ray Marsh has worked with in other books. She has the Love Maggie series, and those were grade school when Maggie was in grade school, and just a little bit, and now she's a 12-year-old in middle school. And there's one point where Maggie says, middle school is no joke. And the bad thing about that comment is she says that in the book, and then I opened my mouth and my mother popped out, and I just said, oh, wait till high school. It's even less of a joke. So the story is that Maggie is preparing for the 200-meter race. There's a big race where multiple schools are coming together for this one big state championship. Maggie has qualified for the 200-meter race, and she has been told repeatedly that nobody in her school has won the 200-meter race in this competition before. So, no pressure. And Maggie also has a bit of anxiety. And it was kind of annoying because at one point she tells her best friend that she has anxiety. And I expect the comment to come from like a parent or a teacher. I don't expect the comment to come from one of Maggie's friends, because usually when kids tell their friends, oh, I'm anxious, or I'm dealing with some stuff or whatever, their friends are usually the sympathetic ones, and it's usually the parents that are like, you're 12. What do you have to be anxious about? But Maggie points out that nobody seems to realize the amount of pressure that they're putting on her shoulders, that they keep telling her no one's won the 200 meter. They keep telling her you're the fastest. All you gotta do is go out there and win the race. Like, winning is the only option. And so she's starting to feel this pressure of, if I don't win this race, then everybody's going to hate me, everybody's going to be talking about me, and it's a lot for her little 12-year-old shoulders. And Maggie loves to run because running is how she deals with her anxiety. And it's not just the anxiety over the race. She ends up talking about different things that give her anxiety and everything. And it's the reason she loves running is because it doesn't matter what is causing her stress. It doesn't matter what's causing her anxiety. She can just run, and all she has to think about is running. She doesn't have to think about homework. She doesn't have to think about chores. She doesn't have to think about what's going on in the world. She can just run. It's just her and the pavement. And she comes by this honestly. Her mom really enjoys running as well, and she right now is just a sprinter, but she kind of has this vague dream of, what if I get my endurance up and I can just go on the long runs with mom? The author deals really well with Maggie's anxieties by she talks about the different breathing exercises she does. I like the way that she has the kids. Most of the kids actually do kind of act like kids. They're different from each other, so they're not carbon copies of one another. Each one has their own distinct personality, and they laugh uncontrollably about the stupidest things. They're sitting there, Maggie is talking with her friend, and they are laughing so hard they're crying over the stupidest joke. her friend Cammy taps her on the left shoulder and then scoots over so that when Maggie looks over her left shoulder, she doesn't see her friend, but then she looks over her right and there's her friend. And she says she falls for this joke every single time. And she tells Cammy she's so annoying, and they both just bust up laughing. And their friend, one of their other friends comes up and he's like, "What are you guys laughing about?" And she's like, "Oh, she's just being a dork." And they, for whatever reason, double up laughing even harder at this. And as an adult, I'm sitting there thinking, why is this so funny that you guys are just doubled over laughing so hard you're crying? And I have the same moments with some of my grandkids. The kids will sit there. One of my nephews, my grandkids, my nephews, they're all the same as far as stupid jokes. But they'll sit there and say jokes like, knock knock, who's there? Chicken nugget. That's the whole joke. That's it. And they bust up laughing like it's the funniest thing they have ever heard. And me and the other adults are going, what? But it's things like that. The kids will sit there and they will say the stupidest things or tell the dumbest jokes, and they start laughing uncontrollably like it's the funniest thing they've ever heard. And Maggie and her friends are very much like that. They are definitely kids. And the dad, I like Maggie's dad. He's a good dad joke kind of guy. A few days before the big race, Maggie's dad buys her a pair of running shoes, orange shoes with white lightning bolts. And he gives them to Maggie. So Maggie wakes up and she sees the box by her bed, and at first she's like, whoa, where did these come from? So she tells her mom, she's like, hey mom, thanks for the new shoes. And her mom's like, I didn't buy you new shoes. And she's like, oh, where did they come from then? And her mom's like, well, probably your dad. So then after school she asks her dad, and he's like, yeah, I bought the shoes. I saw them and I thought they would look cool and I thought you'd like them. And she asks him, because she tries them on, well, before she tries them on, she is opening up her backpack and the shoes have tightened themselves. The shoelaces are moving around, and she's like, whoa. And then she closes the bag and she's kind of looking around like, and she looks back in there's all of a sudden this mysterious light that shows up around the shoes, and she's like, I have magic shoes. I can't tell anybody that because everybody's going to think I'm bonkers. And so she goes ahead and puts the shoes on, and she does the practice race with her other racing mates and whatnot, and she's super fast. She's like, I was faster than I've ever been before in my life. And she goes to her dad and she says, Dad, did you buy me the new shoes? And he's like, yeah, I saw them and I thought you would like them. And she's like, they're great, Dad. She's like, did you happen to buy me magical supersonic booster shoes? He says, nope, I bought shoes that were on sale. I did not pay extra for supersonic boosters. Sorry. And so she's like, well, Dad, I'm pretty sure they're magic because I ran faster than I've ever ran before in my life. And he's like, that's probably just you. You're probably just fast. And she's like, no, magic shoes. It's gotta be the magic shoes. She makes the reason it's called Maggie Montgomery Races Through Time. She does build a time machine in this book. So that does come into play at some point. I think it's a cute story. It's definitely not written for me. As my granddaughter so elegantly put it to me before, Some of these books are made for middle grade, not middle aged. And like I said, I liked it. I thought it was a cute story. All of my grandkids liked it. Well, the younger ones did. The 17-year-old couldn't care less. But the 6 to 12-year-olds, the 4 kids between 6 and 12, they liked it. They thought it was a fun story. And so this is definitely one that I would recommend for any kid. Yeah, that's about all I can say about it without giving too much more away. Maggie Montgomery, Races Through Time by Ray Marsh. I will link the... I will put the link for where you can get your own copy in the description below. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye.